Hey, this is AJ Donahue from Drum Magazine. I'm here with Uli Salazar from Ludwig Drums. He's going to tell us a little bit about new product for 2016. Uli.
Cool. Let's start it off with a new update to the Keystone series that we had been offering for, I think it came out in 2009. And this is the updated Keystone X. We've definitely focused on updating a few of the hardware appointments on the kit. We went to using the traditional Ludwig Mini Classic lug all across the board, bass drum toms, floor toms, and then we got a new Keystone X polished silver badge. We still offer the Atlas tom mount standard on them. We upgraded the spurs to Elite spurs, which has been a popular option for us in Classic Maple. We decided to carry it on over to Keystone. Keystone also features the new Triad floor tom bracket, which is a great suspension mount that works off of a 3-point suspension system. We got a lot of good feedback. Everyone seemed to like, how we decorated it using a lot of the popular features in Classic Maple, another series that we offer. So, there comes Keystone X.
Yeah. Maple oak shell, big punchy sound, right?
Oh yeah. It's very focused. It's the type of sound, the drum, when you hit the drum, it kind of does its thing, gets out of the way. There's no excess noise to it. So very, very well dialed in, kind of a pre-EQ'd sound. Very punchy, dark, and aggressive.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So a new finish offering in Classic Maple is the electrostatic finish. Here you see the electrostatic blue. We also have it available in electrostatic green, red, yellow, orange, and black. Again, this is Classic Maple 7-ply shell, and this was put together using the Ludwig configurator generator, which is a way to order Ludwig drums from our catalog, where you could really get to pick and almost customize all of your options, from finish to sizes to lugs, mounts, spurs, the whole 9 yards. So you can really pick a lot of and get very detailed with a lot of the options around the kit to make it a very personal, kit that represents you, the look,
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
This is a veneer with a lacquered finish, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's a polygloss lacquer finish over a vertical pattern Eco X veneer that we use. So this is a very eco-friendly veneer that we don't have to cut very rare species of wood to use. So, and it produces a very cool look to it. It definitely has that vibey, exotic, wood kind of feel to it.
Yeah. Does the veneer affect the sound at all?
Not at all. No. And it comes standard with Remo Emperor batter heads, Ambassador resonant heads, Power Stroke 3 bass drum heads. Everything wide open, just has a lot of control to it, and a great sound. When we were setting this up, we were quite surprised at the low end you got out of a 12-inch drum. So the drum definitely still speaks. With the polygloss lacquer and that type of veneer, you definitely don't sacrifice the sound of the drum in any way.
Yeah, cool. All right.
This kit is featuring a new finish, new wrap sparkle that we're offering. That is Olive Sparkle. It's on a Classic Maple drum set that's kind of decked out in Atlas hardware. You notice here you got a crash or ride, and this ride is suspended off of an Atlas mount here. That scissor lift arm suspended off of the hi-hat and provides a lot of stability, but also kind of reduces a lot of the clutter around the kit, makes it easy to transport. If you're going from gig to gig, and don't like to spend hours setting up your stuff, this is a great alternative. So we featured that on one of our new finishes for Classic Maple.
Yeah, it looks great.
Cool. Moving on, here is one of our exotic finishes in Legacy Maple. Legacy Maple shell layup is a 3-ply shell with maple, poplar maple, and a solid 1-inch thick reinforcement ring. Just large classic lugs on this one. The small Keystone badge that's exclusive to the Legacy series, and the new classic die-cast claw.
While we're looking at this kit with the larger lugs on them, is there any difference between the mini classic lug and the large one?
No, the difference between the two, in terms of sound and functionality, there's no huge difference or advantage to either or. The reason why they exist in our catalog is to really be sized to a specific size drum and look proportional to that, not consume so much of the finish and the look of the drum.
Right.
For smaller drums, if you have a very clunky lug on it, it really starts to soak up a lot of the effect of the finish. On smaller drums, we prefer to go with mini so that you don't interfere with much of the finish. You get to expose the look and the detail of the look a little bit more. On bigger drums, like a 24, 13, 16 kind of configuration, there's enough room in the panels that don't have lugs, and even in between the lugs to still expose a lot of the fine detail in the wrap or the exotic veneer. You'll notice the chrome just kind of suits that dimension quite well, the amount of chrome on there and the contrast between the veneer and the actual lug itself. So yeah, I mean, it's all about aesthetics and look, and it's something that we've offered in our catalog, the option between a mini and a large going back to the 1960s.
Right.
So people like that they have the option, to kind of, again, make it their own. If they want more chrome, they have the option of going with large lugs. If they want kind of less chrome and more of the finish, you can go with mini classic lugs.
Cool.
Yeah. So definitely a lot of new in the classic maple world, and as far as finishes too, we definitely updated a lot of our wrap offerings and our exotic offerings as well. Classic maple exotic will now come standard with a polygloss veneer lacquer on the outside, and also a matched veneer on the inside that's a semi-gloss.
Wow.
They're going to come standard with clear heads, so you could really see, the beauty of that veneer from both ends. It's just been a very, very super cool, super hip looking drum. I mean, it's just jaw dropping. It just looks like a very nice work of art. Yeah.
So the veneer on the inside, does that brighten up the interior of the shell at all?
We haven't noticed a drastic change in sound, and when we were testing it out and comparing it to our older exotic models, because the older exotic model just had a bare maple shell on the inside, there wasn't anything that, again, was extremely different about it. So, we really didn't run into any limitations sonically, but we did gain a huge advantage in appearance of the drum. So I think a lot of drummers will appreciate the added effect to it. And again, if you wanted to put coated heads, you put coated heads on it, and But it's cool that again you have the option of just showing so much of this drum in the look on stage and stuff. So it's definitely one that I'm sure will get a lot of attention out on the stage for sure.
Speaking of heads, you guys have switched to Remo on all of your high-end kits, right?
Yeah, all of our new USA product will come stock with Remo heads. We did a very intense, testing at the factory to see which heads really suit which kit, best. So you'll find that the classic maple and the Keystone will have either Ambassador or Emperor clear heads. A lot of the vintage stuff will come with coated Ambassador, to really help out and emphasize that vintage warm tone that everybody likes. So
sure.
Yeah, we definitely were very meticulous about finding a very suitable head based on the core shell that really complemented the sound and really enhanced more the true tone of that drum. So
cool.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving.
Cool.
All right, so back with a little bit more about the new Keystone X, right?
Yeah, exactly. We have an expanded configuration here in Keystone X that features one of the new finishes. This is Night Oak, which is more of a textured painted finish. You can see a lot of the texture of the grain over the black or under the black. And you have also a matching inside to it as well. So that option is available with the matching inside in Night Oak and Arctic White, which is pictured here. So again, really cool, kind of edgy finish that offers a really unique and different kind of effect. It's not your standard pearl or sparkle kind of looking drum. So something different, something new, something fresh.
And we're going to go ahead and wrap up here at the Ludwig booth with the new Club Date kit.
Yeah, it's another exciting new release for us. This is the Club Date USA. It features a new shell layout for us. It's a 7-ply shell with 2-ply maple exterior, 3-ply poplar core, and 2-ply maple interior. It has a full round over bearing edge, providing really massive low end to the attack.
Yeah.
Very soft highs and mids. Still really aggressive and offers a fair amount of punch, but it definitely has that vintage kind of low end tone. But the combination of the maple has a really nice emphasis on volume, so you get a lot of tone out of the drum, a lot of volume and projection out of it. This is the Club Date Vintage finish in silver blue Duco. We're also offering it in black and gold Duco, as well as some wrap finishes and satin naturals. There's 3 configurations available, and you can find all that information on our website, www.ludwig-drums.com.
Yeah. So just real quick, what was the inspiration behind coming back to a kit like this?
Well, again, the same thing as the tequila kit. I mean, it's just a timeless classic.
Yeah,
I mean, we were very well recognized for this type of single lug casing kit, center lug kit, and it also features the new flat imperial lug. You know, the imperial lug is something we use on metal snare drums, but it's notched to accommodate the bead on a Superphonic or a Black Beauty. So, you know, we've always used that for our USA metal drums, and we used to use this on old 40s drums. Yeah. So we kind of, you know, it's not, you know, the club date that everyone remembers with the bow tie lugs, you know, but, you know, it's kind of a modern, like, you know, the club date that could have been.
Well, this one's gorgeous. Uli, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you.